It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Finally, Poker Jeezus makes his way to Texas to live vlog PLO. We're still unpacking and organizing our new place, but I found time last week to put in 5 sessions, and this is the kickoff. Let's get into it. It's our first ever session at the lodge in Round Rock, Texas after our move out of Florida. We're playing 1-2 PLO. The bring-in is $5, and straddles are permitted starting under the gun and going in player order. So under the gun can straddle to 10, under the gun plus 1 can make it 20, and so forth. We bought in for the maximum of $1,000, but we've seen some chips lost after calling raises and whiffing, and now we have a stack of around 600 to 700. In this hand, under the gun is limped for 5, I'm under the gun plus 1, and I limp in holding Jack 9, 8, 7, suited in hearts to our Jack. 2 more limpers including the button, and the small blind makes it $20 to go. Under the gun calls, I call. Next act, limp raises to $130. That doesn't make any sense. The small blind shoves all in. Both players in this hand have shorter stacks, so I decide I'm willing to gamble with them with decent connectivity, and I repot just to get stacks in. They just want to run it once, and we're off to a flop of 10-4-3 rainbow, giving us some backdoor options, but not much else.
All right, pick me.
The turn is the 7 of hearts.
You have a chance to redeem yourself, sir.
It's never worked before.
All right, we got a shot.
Unfortunately, the river is the
All right,
king of
First,
diamonds.
gentlemen.
Pair of 7s.
1 pair.
Our opponent shows down Queen, 9-8 with 3 clubs.
Sacadilla!
The trend continues. Scooper. All right, so it's 130 for the side. You say second
Sacadilla!
We're starting to slowly rebuild and pick up Ace, 6-2 suited in diamonds under the gun, and limp for $5 with the intention of back raising. There's a limper, and then a loosey-goosey type, and the cutoff raises to 25. There's a caller in the blinds, and we drop the hammer, raising pot to $110, with only about 180 behind. The button, small blind, and big blind all call, and we're off to a flop of Queen 10-9 with 2 clubs, which is about one of the worst flops we can see since it's so coordinated, and oftentimes we'll be drawing virtually dead against this many opponents.
I'm all in.
When the big blind announces all in, despite the very low stack-to-pot ratio we're getting, we opt to fold and preserve our chips rather than throwing them away, telling ourselves we're getting quote-unquote pot odds.
The pot is 341. Whatever the pot is, sir. You got it. 341. Commentate that shit.
This is my first time videoing them, so I'm just trying to make sure I capture.
Wait, you're running a video right now?
Huh? I'm vlogging.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. We got all in the car. You got clubs? You were just like watching a YouTube video.
Well, yeah, that's what I want to do.
I don't have clubs.
But I keep saying, like, okay, big blind calls. Like, this is my first time doing it live, so.
Are you posting on YouTube?
Broadway, yeah.
You think I don't have that too?
I thought you had that. That's why I went all in.
Yeah. Taking back.
I had clubs too, though.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's even more.
Like 700 something?
yeah,
But I was just doing online hand replays. Because Tampa doesn't let you film. So, but then we moved here and I know they let you film. So.
Thank you so much.
Alright, what do we got, a live 40?
A live fucking 40.
We're in the big blind. The pot has been straddled to $40.
I feel like I'm being trapped.
Well, don't feel that way, big guy.
40. I like this.
Let me see what these 2 cards look like. Those 2 cards suck. God, those are even worse. Fucking hate you. What is
Sorry? Calls.
it's not even worth the call. I just have to.
There are 3 callers, and we decide to rip it in with King, 9-8 suited in hearts to our king on a short stack of 205.
Pot!
I'm already ready for the 40. I'm already.
You only put 35 though.
That's right.
You were subsidized.
You're right. I was.
160, 200, 240.
I'm all in for 205.
Yeah.
205. No shame in folding, boys. I'll take the walk. I'm sure this is going to get through everybody. Oh, God. All right, we're good. With the hijack and the cutoff, both calling. There, you have the pot odds, right? Is that how it works? I'm going to quintuple up.
205.
Like, y'all are making me have to call this with the worst hand. Fuck, I got the worst.
All right, that means I'm ahead.
You definitely had
All
205, right?
Small blind calls.
What do you mean? My shit is trash.
All right, we got one.
All right, Rachel, you've never done anything right in your life. This is your chance to change it. I believe in you.
Three.
I just want the main pot. You guys can have the side pot.
They made me call this.
I need a flop of deuce, deuce, deuce.
The flop looks pretty good, falling Queen, Queen, 7 rainbow. It's checked around and the turn is the ace of diamonds. It's checked around again with the river falling the 4 of spades. The small blind bets 200 and the other 2 players fold. He turns over 8, 7, 4, 2 and we get back to a healthy stack.
I just have a 7.
Give me the money, man.
All right, what do we got?
Give me the. I got 3 queens.
Yeah, with the king ball.
Give me the money, man.
But you see what I call it, though, right? And they still didn't have that beat.
We got him.
No, I had you.
We got him.
Something right.
Get in there, then.
Best dealer in the house right there. Nobody better. I don't care.
Me and you would have had the
I don't care what these guys said about you.
We're still stacking chips as we are in the small blind when a $15 bomb pot is dealt. And we're dealt the ace, queen, 10, 3. And the board comes out ace, 3, 3, and 9, 6, 4.
One of these cards has to be a 3. I don't know which one it is, but one has to be.
You can have a 3. I just have aces.
Nobody ever has aces on bomb pots. It's never happened.
Having flopped a full house on one board, we laid out for $50. And that opponent winds up raising me to $225.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What have I done?
Push everybody out.
I feel like I'm being trapped.
Take your advice.
Raise 225.
I think you're gonna save me 50 for making a bad call. Oh my God. I'm gonna make a bad call with $50.
It folds back around to me and I have a decision to make. Sure, I just got these chips and I'm working my way back towards unstuck, which is nice. But he's made a big raise with multiple opponents left to act, and he has me covered.
If I show you fold?
If you show, will I fold?
Yes.
I'm probably not going to fold.
I'm not going to fold. Okay.
If you show, he'll double his bet.
Unlike that, I'll be honest.
I feel like I'm getting free rolled here.
I'm worried I'm being free rolled. Since the second board doesn't present a strong nuts potential with a made straight or flush possible, I have to be concerned I'm running into another ace-3 or perhaps even ace-ace that has me crushed, where at best I'm playing for only half the pot, and I could get quartered or scooped. I have no real potential on the second board, and I decide to give it up.
Is there a seat there?
You folded ace-3?
Yeah, I got nothing on the second board. Come on, man. Show me I made a good fold.
My opponent reveals ace-ace 4-4, having flopped the nut boat on the first board and bottom set on the second. He made a pretty bad raise, as he should want to be drawing as many people into the pot as possible in this spot, where he has a virtual lock on one board. Instead, I managed to make a good fold and I get away only paying him $50. After the cutoff raises to 15, we're on the button and look down at the ace-10-9-3 with 3 spades, and we make the call. There are multiple callers, and we go to a flop of jack-7-3 with 2 clubs, and it's checked around. The turn is the ace of hearts, and our opponent announces that the ace hit him, but then checks. When it checks to me, I bet pot of $95, and only the cutoff makes the call. We go heads up to a river, which falls the king of hearts.
Do a home. I don't have something I did.
The winning hand?
After a little speech, my opponent throws out $75, and as it's hitting, the felt announces $100.
Commentated. All right, so he went to bet 100, but he threw out 75 first, and then he said 100.
Facts. What are you thinking that I have?
He feels like I'm supposed to believe he caught a backdoor flush.
No. I definitely wasn't going for the flush. So if you have a flush, you win.
Right, but you know I don't have a flush.
Okay.
Because I would have already snapped.
Well, then the what you call it wins right now.
Coochie. I'm trying to get a read.
No. Let me show you what wins
All
there.
right, I fold. Show me a deuce.
Wins.
We verbally spar for a bit, and I just feel like he's got it, and I lay it down. He shows Queen Jack 10-6 for the rivered gut shot straight.
Out here chasing gut shots. She's just giving it to him. Just giving him the king.
I did.
We had him crushed. Just gives him the king. Good lay down, me.
The $10 straddle is on, and we call under the gun +1 holding King 10-9, suited in diamonds to our 10. There are a few callers, and it gets back to the straddler who bets pot to $60. I repot to isolate. He's been playing fast and loose, and I make it a total of $210. However, out of nowhere, the button shoves for $250, Then the straddler goes all in for 265, and I call, and we all agree to run it twice. The button shows down Jack 6 3-2 double suited. What in the fuck is going on here? The straddler doesn't show his hand yet. The first board falls Ace King Queen 9-3. The second board comes Ace 4-3 2-6. At first, all I know is that I'm chopping with the button, as I have a set on the first board, and he has 2 pair on the second board. But we need to see the mystery hand from the straddler.
We gotta see the mystery hand here.
Yeah, 6s and 3s on the bottom.
Oh, don't do it to me. Don't do it to me.
Ace or Jack? Ace or Jack to the top board?
A 10.
Ace or Jack to the top board?
Jack.
Oh,
7.
no.
Diamonds.
We chopping.
Wait, what do you have?
I don't have nothing. I just got an ace. Both. Nothing.
You got
I just got aces. I got aces and queens, and then he has.
Well, he has a
I know he
set
set
of-
up.
Oh, yeah,
He
so
has.
this
Ace,
one?
he got 2 pair at the bottom.
They split everything, right?
Them 2 chops. Yeah.
What?
But
It is a chop.
You had an ace.
Yeah, you got 3 kings.
you
No, but on this board he had an
Yeah,
ace.
it's 2 pairs.
No, I know, but our side pot you get
Okay.
you get your 15 back. Then him and I chop this. Yeah.
for the bottom.
There's an under the gun straddle to $10, and when it folds to us in middle position, we opt to pot it to 35, holding King Jack 9-7, double suited in spades and hearts. While this isn't a great holding, it has suitedness, connectivity for straights, and some high card strength. The straddler doesn't necessarily have a strong hand, so if I can narrow the field, my hand should play fine here. Unfortunately, narrowing the field doesn't work as 3 players call.
Oh, no respect. All right, go. Nah. All right, go easy on me, guys. I got 3 cats to feed. Come on.
On a flop of 6-5-5 rainbow, it's checked around. The turn is an interesting one, coming the 8 of spades. We've turned a well-disguised straight. However, the board is paired, and we can never feel super comfortable in this spot. A player in the blinds bets out $100, and I don't see a ton of value in raising, so I just make the call with position. The river falls the Queen of Hearts, and my opponent bets $200. Well, he'd likely do this with trip 5s, given my expected raising range, so my straight could be ahead. However, he could also have a boat here, so again, I don't see much merit in raising.
Hi-ya. Do you want to call?
You don't even know what he wants for dinner.
He definitely knows. He definitely wants the Cowboys to win because they trash as fuck. He wants that. That's one thing you know for sure. He
I
wants.
don't even know that.
Them trash ass Cowboys. He's going. I know you didn't want that.
know about
Third down, they want you to make the playoffs.
That's America's team, Sam.
America's who? What America's
team?
Not America's
Jack
team.
out.
But I do opt to look him up.
Better
I gotta see it.
He shows down 10-9-7-5. So he did flop 3 5s, and he turned the same straight as us, and we chop this one up. Another $15 bomb pot sees us on the button with the mighty 7-6-4-2 suited in hearts to our 4. The flops come down Jack 7 with 2 hearts and 9-8-5 with 2 hearts. So we flop the flush draw and pair on a paired board, and then the stone cold nuts with a weak flush redraw on the second board. The gambling player in the cutoff pots blind, and I repot to try and isolate him. There's one caller of my raise, and the gambling player is all in for $175 total. The turn comes the King of Clubs and 3 of Diamonds, and I get the rest of my stack in. The rivers fall the Queen of Diamonds and 3 of Clubs. In the side pot, my opponent has made jacks full of 7s with Jack 9-7-2, and we chop as my straight is good on the other board for the side pot. But unfortunately, the guy playing blind reveals Queen 5-5-5. Having played it blind and flopped a bottom set on the board, I flopped the straight on, and then going runner paired 3s to boat up, which means I get $0 out of the main pot.
He's got 3 5s in his hand. And it comes runner 3s.
That is definitely good content for the vlog right there.
That is good content. Suckadilla!
It's been restraddled to $40 by the player on my right, who's been driving the action all night, and he wants me to straddle to $80, but I won't do it. So he offers to pay the $80 straddle if I agree that if I win this pot, I'll split it with him. I have about 400-ish behind of my own money, and I agree to his terms. Then the guy on my left restraddles to 160. Now, for those wondering why I'm not a fan of being involved in all these crazy straddles, I prefer to play deeper stack poker where you can make post-flop decisions. By playing where everyone is effectively only 5 to 10 big blinds deep, your opponents aren't making as large a mistake playing bingo trying to get lucky for stacks. You're allowing the weaker players and the maniac degenerates to reduce the skill edge you have post-flop. Anyway, we look down at King 8-6-3, all diamonds. Not ideal. There's a call for $160 and tons of action as players start shoving their stacks in. Knowing I'll be up against something like 4 or more hands for stacks, I decide not to waste my own $400 and I lay it down. I turn off my camera and mayhem ensues. I manage to get it back recording to show the end result. The board comes down 6-3, 9, 10-6, and I would have made sixes full of threes to win a pretty sizable pot if I wasn't such a little bitch. The straddler to 160 shows up with ace-ace 7-3 double suited, and he takes it down with 2 pair. Unfortunately, after playing for close to 7 hours for our first session here, we have to accept defeat, booking a loss of $600 on our first ever trip to the lodge.
He don't got a fold. Show me.
This is a run out. I would have made sixes full of threes and cracked this guy's aces. But I folded like a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, it would have worked out.
I know I gotta fold it, but I mean,
Take it all.
King 8-6-3, all diamonds. I know, but like.
Hello, everyone. It's great to be back. What you just watched was my first session on Monday, September 12th, after moving from Tampa, Florida to Round Rock, Texas to play at the Lodge. Now, obviously, it was a loss, which is not a great start to my first live vlog, but it gets better and a lot better. Last week was phenomenal for me. I had my biggest live win in history, and that will be coming up in a couple of episodes. But I do have a win in my next episode as well. So looking forward to sharing that all with you. I am brand new to vlogging live, and I hadn't played live in probably 8 or 9 months. I had been doing online for a while. So this content, live vlogging is brand new to me. So any feedback you have, any criticisms is appreciated. And as always, leave any comments or questions down below. I will answer them all. And that's it for this episode. We'll see you in the next one.
You know, after watching a video like this, sometimes I'll like it, sometimes I'll leave a comment, and sometimes I'll subscribe. Sometimes I'll even do all 3.